Hello guys. So today we'll see how to create the source system, how to set up the source system for the planning in Oracle Fusion Cloud. So let's get started. I'm logged in with my account. Now I want to create one source system from where I will be pulling all the data into the system. So for that, what we need to do is that we will go to uh, setup and maintenance here. Now over here, we will search for the managed trading community percentage. Let me search it from here. This will search all the task. Let me see if we can get it here. Managed trading community source system. Yeah, so this is the one. We will go to this. This will open just a second. Okay, so now what we need to do is that we will click on add. Now this is very important part. We need to you know uh, select the checkbox which I'm selecting here, because if we do not do it, then when we're in the collections, the data won't show up, and then we'll be kind of in trouble again, like troubleshooting what is happening. So code will be the code that we want to use. For example, I want to use HLP as our source system. By default, I think Oracle is using EX9 or something. So HLP is the name. Now in the type we will be having two, spoke and purchase, but we'll go with spoke. This is mandatory, like we'll be selecting only spoke, else you won't be finding any data. Now in the description you can write anything, or you can just leave it. For example, I'm just help test, and now we want this source system to be enabled for items, trading community member, order orchestration and planning, and for the assets. Now this is the normal setup. We will click save and close. Okay, now once this is closed, then we can try searching it here, the instance that we created, if it is showing up or not. See, we can see the instance here, and we can see all the checkbox. It is enabled for everything. Now what we need to do is that we will go to our home page. Now from here we'll go to our supply chain planning, and from here we will go to plan inputs. Now on the tray we will see for manage planning source system. I think this is the one, manage planning source system. Yeah, we will click on manage planning source system. Now here we need to this is the last part of the setup that we need to do. in order to see the data. So this is all the source system that we have currently on this instance, right? Now we need to create our own source system that we have defined. So we will click on add plus. Now in the code we will search for our code. We have created HLP. There we will search it. We can find this one help test that we have created. There we will click OK. In the time zone, we can select whatever time zone that we wish. For example, we want to work on US time zone, so we'll click US. Let me see if it is showing. Okay, so we will select US Pacific time zone. You can select any time zone that you want based on your the project on which you are working. In the version, this is very important. So in the version, we will select external, because if we select any other, like for example if we select others, then it will be it will be, while collecting the data, it thinks that we are not using everything from the external. It will fetch some data like from the orders from order management, but we want to load the CSV files and all for the planning purpose, so we'll select only external. And this collection allowed, we need to select this. If you want to check this, then the collection will not be allowed on this source system. So we'll check this collection allowed. Now we will click on save and close. It will take some time. This is still running, so we can wait. This usually takes somewhere around 1 or 2 minutes based on the the efficiency of the instance, since this is a test instance, so the speed is pretty slow here on this one. If you are working on any dedicated instance, then the speed will be fine, like comparatively better than this one. So that's the reason. Still running. We can wait for some time, like I'll pause and then I'll come back once it's done. So I think it's done already. So now let's try to search it. If we can see our instance here. Let me refresh. See, after refreshing, we can see our instance here, HLP. So now this is enabled to for the data collection. We can collect any data on this one and run our planning cycle. I'll just quickly show you if it is how it will come up while collecting the data. Now if we have our CSV file ready, then we will go to load planning data from CSV, and in the source system we can see that it won't show up here directly because this is a test instance and people have used a lot of instance here. So we will click on HLP and then search. See, this is enabled. Now we can use this, and we can use either net change target and put our data file here and run the collections. So this is all. Thank you guys. Please put on your comments if you want to learn any other thing so that I can make helpful videos for you all. Thanks.